I got into the music business now, and ideally Puffy aided me out. I used to constantly need to be like getting welcome to a Mike Tyson Eddie Murphy party. Since wow, I'm doing this, my mom kicked the bucket my dad passed on. I'm on myself. I'm offering my body to these individuals, and afterward these individuals let you know some stuff, he said, no doubt certain that has been transporting with various gossipy tidbits about how Mike Tyson failed, and how he had the option to return to his feet, yet from Tyson's own clarification, it seems like Diddy, at his obscure dealings, had a huge contribution in his life, subsequent to coming to an obvious conclusion. It seems like Diddy included Mike Tyson in his obscure arrangements, and celebrated during the time Mike was proclaimed bankrupt, and from all the secondary passage stories assembled this gatherings were gay gatherings boxing legend. Mike Tyson was an example of the rare type of person who figured out how to collect achievement right off the bat in life when, at just 20 years of age, he had reached the zenith of boxing, which saw him getting unmatched popularity and cash like the person was rich. He was winning his battles, booking more occasions, and bringing in more cash anyway. This would ultimately prompt the ruin of Iron Mike, as he was battling managing this distinction and cash once during his webcast, Hot Boxing Tyson, alongside uproarious music pioneer Steve Ripkind, uncovered the amount he procured as a fighter during the 80s, and it was a great deal anyway. My child, nobody to control his spending and exhort him on monetary issues, and he even would not pay attention to individuals attempting to exhort him while he blew away the entirety of his abundance. Mike said, a person like me in those days, I was making 20 to 18 million bucks, so I'm doing anything I desire, and I don't have no one got a chain on me, and said he could return that is somewhat in excess of like guaranteed, that nobody was challenging for him on the most proficient method to utilize his cash, and that each time I encouraged him on the best way to utilize his cash, he wouldn't listen. It was this cash, he made it. He could do anything he desired with it. Hello. Mike returned, Mike, we should put something aside for the future. They said that, yet I would have rather not heard that. I would rather not put my cash in no damn bank, you insane. I need it in my home, simply blow it all each second of it, he said. Tyson gathered more than a 400 million bucks total assets during the finish of his vocation, yet was in the long run compelled to bow out of all financial obligations in 2003 and lost each penny of his extravagant fortune. There were different reasons that caused Tyson to lose his fortune, a considerable lot of which incorporate uncontrolled spending, like how he had a few extravagant manors completely outfitted with extravagance things. Tyson additionally had an assortment of super extravagance vehicles, alongside 3 pet tigers that cost him a large number of dollars to deal with. Why anybody would need to keep a tiger, not 1 yet 3 in our house, is ludicrous. Yet to make things more regrettable for Mike, he was likewise removed slicing individuals that were attempting to assist him with dealing with his life and his funds. Tyson charged his chief at the time where ruler of not paying him his reasonable portion from battles, and he additionally sued the advertiser $100 million for duping Tyson of his profit. Tyson had a difficult time, and it was during his least that he was seen around Diddy presently. We should not get things curved, become a Hollywood realized set. Diddy's astounding gatherings were fizzled with revolting stuff, and keeping in mind that the gatherings were as yet the strike Nike was around the business tycoon, for those still in obscurity, tune has been blamed a few times by various superstars that he would power excursion anybody he felt required his assistance, and he would try and go to the extent that requesting that they go down on him. Puma Wright was among individuals who got down on Diddy, saying that the business big shot had a gate hearing with vocalist in New Jack City after Christopher Williams about perhaps marking a demo bargain, and on second thought of simply marking the demo, did he request a fellatio. Jag recovered that a lawyer that used to work for Diddy saw everything occurred and said to her, she said the lawyer expected to get endorsement for some desk work and went to Diddy's office, and since the entryway was open, she didn't mull over strolling in yet. When her eyes saw what she saw, She realized she ought to have thought about going in to that room. Arranged the entryway wasn't locked, so she didn't mull over strolling in right, said when she strolled in. She saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff Jagger, guaranteed that however much that was, without a doubt, an astonishing sight to the lawyer. It didn't irritate the legal counselor to such an extent as it humiliated her, despite the fact that she relaxed until Diddy brought it up the following day. She guaranteed the following day that rather than letting it go, or on the other hand accounting for himself, Diddy was supposedly forceful, inquiring as to whether she planned on let anybody know when she obligingly asked him for what valid reason he hadn't locked the entryway. He allegedly answered that he will do whatever the application he needed to do in his structure its influence. See, did he purportedly told the legal counselor on the off chance that I could make a man suck my dock, I could make individuals do anything for cash, placing everything into the. It's unmistakable Mike's contribution with Did he had something as per cash parties and different men in those days. Mike Tyson seen somebody homophobic with his activity and words. However, as of late he stood out for squeezing Boozy terrible as about the remarks he made in regards to Dwayne Swim's transsexual girl Zia Swim back in February during Occupied's appearance on Mike's digital broadcast topics in with Mike Tyson addressed on the off chance that Boozy was gay while attempting to get that. Oh, the foundation of why he shared spontaneous contemplations about Zaya emerging as a transsexual young lady. Tyson asked him, for what reason do you express things, be a gay about an individual? For what reason do you express that about them? Do you feel there's plausible that you're a gay, and by disregarding them, it facilitates yourself from being a gay? I'm figuring you might like gay people. Lucy answered to Tyson, saying that he was completely straight, and this provoked Mike to explain his inquiry, since it was confounding to him. For what reason is a hetero man was engaged with culpable gay people? He asked Boozy. In the event that you're straight, for what valid reason do you outrage individuals? Lucy proceeded to make sense of why he shared his considerations on Stay Conscious, guaranteeing that he remarked on the Dwayne Swim circumstance since he got irritated, "'Cause it's a kid," said, "That is the reason I truly got annoyed. That is what I truly said," assuming it was a MF 19-year-old, 18-year-old developed individual. I presumably lie. Wouldn't I realize I could never have said nothing? Uzi said that he felt the youngster was too youthful to even consider changing and that the family ought to allow her to grow up prior to settling on life-changing choices. For her, Mike Tyson concurred with Boozy's feeling, however shared that he brings no spot to the table for his perspective regarding this situation, since he needs to part of it. Yet an ally, who am I to say anything? He asked, occupied my thought process. Let me know the week. Boozy later apologized to Dwayne Swim despite the fact that he actually said that he didn't uphold their choice and really intended what he shared with them. Goodness. Definitely I am sorry to Dwayne Swim. Boozy said, I am serious about what I said, yet I shouldn't have expressed the about your kid prior. Boozy Badaz went on a transphobic bluster via web-based entertainment about Dwayne Swim showing support for his 12-year-old kid Zia, whose relegated sex is a male yet she recognizes as a young lady. Dwayne Swim himself hasn't spoken on, say, going through orientation reassignment medical procedure, as Occupied proposed in his IG video. The NBA champion just mentioned that his girl is tended to utilizing she/her pronouns during an appearance on Great Morning America. Fans rushed to see that Mike had upheld transsexual individuals and had even taken time on his web recording to discuss it. Isn't so his business as usual to have big names discuss the LGBTQ, yet my child up until recently never appeared to be any peace keen regarding this situation, and the unexpected change was gotten with blended responses no matter what his sexual direction could. Being near Diddy actually shouts warnings, since individuals near Diddy, including his ex-protectors, have connected the man to gay exercises, and some say he would assist with peopling out when they were engaged with leaving well enough alone. This is a similar man who supposedly thinks requesting that another straight man go down on them is a definitive power.